And part of that too, when you start working less in the business, what does that end up doing to the ownership of the business and that value?
It escalates your value beyond belief. I mean, that's what in the book I talk about the ownership paradox, and I mean the whole concept here is that the value of your business is directly correlated to how much you're working in the business. Now, this is not on the business. This is in the business. This is, as you've heard me say, making the donuts every day. This is being the technician, if you will, in the business. If you're working in the business, at the top left of the down arrow is 100%, and the bottom right of the down arrow is 0%. If you're working in the business, let's say 80%, you put a circle roughly, 20% down the arrow there. I think it'll do it if you hit the button there. There you go. All right. Now, if you draw a line directly down from there to the company value line and draw a circle there, that's actually a very simple way of valuing your company. If company value at the bottom left is 0 and company value in the right, let's say you think your business is worth $3 million. I mean, one of the exercises I have in the book is, would you buy your company? If yes, what would you pay? So put that number up in the right-hand corner. 0 is at the bottom. Because I'm in my business in this example 80% of the time, my company's probably only worth, whatever, $200,000 to $300,000. The less I move along this axis to end the business at 0, my company value is now maximized. I mean, as an angel investor, as somebody who's been in a lot of businesses, bought businesses, invested in businesses, the more the owner is involved in the business, the less valuable it is to me. And we did on that webinar yesterday. You got a multiplier comment that you made. What was the multiple that was on the survey from people who are in the business all the time?
Yeah, what they said was that they've done a bunch of research from looking at all these comps of businesses that have been sold, and what they found was traditionally, and this just traditionally in general, smaller businesses would sell somewhere between 2 to 4 times earnings, but if the owner was involved heavily in the business and was doing everything, it would go down all the way to about 1 times earnings.
Right.
So it drops dramatically based on that. And the thing here I think that people should pick up on is every business has a range in which it could be sold, right? I mean, it could be sold for $200,000, it could be sold for $1 million. And I think it just depends on what kind of business you're in, what kind of revenues you're doing, what kind of profits you're doing. But the point that Scott's making right now is, well, in that range of whatever somebody's willing to pay for it, there's the low end and there's the high end. Well, what makes the difference between the low end and the high end? It's the amount of time that the owner is working in that business every single day that makes the difference, right?
And when you really think about it, it makes total sense. If I'm going to go look at buying a business, and it's totally owner-dependent, and the owner wants to walk away, or I want him to walk away, but I know I've got to go in and take their spot because they've been doing everything, why would I pay more for that?
Yeah.
I mean, that totally handicaps and handcuffs me to that business. So it's just logical.
Yep.
But most entrepreneurs in their control mindset want to do, be in charge of everything, control everything. Well, all they're doing is working more and earning less.